Hey, hello everyone. Hey, how are you? It's the evening where I am. Let me just put my foot up. It's the evening where I am, so I'm just in super chill vibes, and I thought it would be a perfect opportunity just to check in with you guys, dial in, and just share the vibe where I am. Literally, life has been lifing, as my friend JJ would say. Life has been lifing, and in that I've just been experiencing like all the waves of that, and I just wanted to like recall the story of my life recently. um yeah. Just want to recall the story of my life recently and kind of use it as a way to step into the lessons that I've learned and what I've tapped into over the month, and bring that kind of medicine for you guys, because obviously you guys know me, and if you don't know me, let me just introduce myself. My name is Nakaira. I host perspective shifting conversations in this sacred space. I like to make videos throughout the months of February to November, take a break over the winter period. But this season, that winter period has been so much longer, so much longer. Like, so I'll show you some clips in terms of before being 0. I'm trying to force it. I can feel myself trying to force it. And it's like, I know I look into the mirror right now and I know I'm of the spirit of what I want to say, but it's not to be said yet. And what's making me like record this video right now or want to have this video out is that, you know, I'm thinking how long is it going to take to edit, and I want it to be up on April Fools and da 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 da. But I feel like it's still not the time. I'm in the mood to enjoy this pink light and just relax. I can even hear it in my voice. Like, I'm in a very sensual mood right now as well. So yeah, I want to honour my body and honour my truth, and then we'll come out again greater tomorrow. Okay. The heart behind the space, and you know, the creator behind this space, you know what I mean? It's powerful to see that and to have the transparency. Like, transparency to me is super important, so that's why I have that. But yeah, I literally came so much off track then. Yeah. And those were not my only attempts at making videos. I've made so many videos since around like January times, you know, just channeling in a lot of information, but then I've just known that it's not my time to speak, like it's not my time to shine yet. And I don't know if it's because I'm in a cold country, or if I just need the sun to be able to operate, or well, I know my reasons for not coming online, but I know that there's a lot of other factors as well, such as the sun not being out and the days being shorter, and me just feeling so sensitive this year. Like, the energy has been high and I've been high with it. So yeah, like, that's why I've not been creating. So during the time where I wasn't creating, I made sure to go on like little dates with myself and just enjoy rest. I think the rest period is so underrated, it is so necessary. So I just made sure to bring myself to certain places, whether it was float therapy or hydrotherapy, climbing trees, or just making sure just to have time in quality ways with myself, outside of trying to present myself to the world, because again, there's no point in me presenting myself to the world if I'm not truly present with myself. You know, that downtime is literally a part of the creation. You know, every time I see this tree, I always think to myself, how long does it take to be this great? Do you know what I mean? Like, to be this majestic and this big and this present and like this like fortified. Like, how long does it take to be this great? And that's really my question. Either way, it looks worth it. I use these platforms to extend myself and build community with you guys, like, you know what I mean, to have these conversations and to have people to engage with my art and build conversations with and look and see these different perspectives with, like, you know what I mean, like, that is what this is for, to be on these platforms and just to extend as much as possible these vibrations, these vibes, the energy, the smile. Like, you know what I mean, that's what my intention is. But then it feels like there's such a demand from Google. And I wrote this down on my notes and I was like, I'm a creator, not Google's hoe. Like, I'm not the internet's hoe. I'm not a social media hoe. I'm not getting pimped out by Instagram or any of these other platforms, TikTok or whatever. Like, I've felt so resistant towards TikTok, but again, it's not about my resistance on what I want to do, it's about where my message should go. So I'm gonna try and embrace that. So if you guys do want to follow me on TikTok, the link will be in the description. I feel so much resistance even saying that, but we're here. But yeah, so I'm not an internet hoe. But let's not step away from that or sway with that or try and catch up with any system or game. Like, let's be accountable to our inner genius. And again, as I said before, and if you don't remember, I'll say it again, this is community. So just as I'm keeping myself accountable and using this video to do that so I can look back, I would honor anyone who is willing to keep me accountable to that. If you see me a year from now looking stressed or looking tired, pull it up on me, keep me accountable, be like, hey sis, relax, you're doing too much. I'll highly appreciate it, honestly. Like, sometimes we need each other. And this is me being that for you too, by the way. Like, hello, pause, you got this. I wouldn't rush one of my favorite artists, Kendrick. Like, I wouldn't rush him. He took how many years to make that album? Would I rush him? Would I rush myself? Like, what? All of my greatest art is made so slowly. I used to do art in GCSE, A-star. That was so cringe. But yeah, I used to do art and it would take me at least 3-4 months to finish one piece. Like, my brush strokes are so slow. My everything is just so slow, but the pieces could turn out so golden. And then my teacher used to get so pissed off at me. She used to get so pissed off at me because she was like, Nakai, if you don't hurry up, I'm gonna have to move you down to an A, not an A-star. And I was like, what do you mean? So I had to churn out some pieces quickly, but the pieces that I churned out quickly never spoke to my heart in the same ways that my other pieces did. So yeah, let's not get pimped. Let's take our time. Especially because as well, it's like, for you to be an artist and like a true creator, like if you think about like source, like I always think of like the middle of my hand being source. So if you think about source and everything that's at the center, it's like, it's fully present to engage and fully present to receive and to give. Like, my hand can both receive something and give energy as well. And it's like, if I'm not present in that process, that giving and taking process, if I'm not fully present in my hand, in myself, in my source, in my source, if I'm not present in my source, then I'm not present in my artistry. And if I'm not present in my artistry, then why be online? Like, why even create? Why even take up space? That could go to someone that is intentional, purposeful. Do you know what I mean? You're just out here just to be out here, and it's draining you. Like, I feel like in ways, like, again, it's a tool. The internet's a tool, so it's nothing to be scared of, but in ways we're using it and turning the internet into a energy vampire when it doesn't need to be. One of the biggest things that came through, and just a download that came through, was in every gap there is spirit. In uploading content, there is also as well the consuming of content. Like, what content are you consuming and why? And sometimes we consume videos or watch things just to fill something that we feel like is a void or a gap in our lives. Like, maybe we might be sad, so we watch something for the dopamine and get a little bit of a high and a little bit of a laugh. It's good to have a laugh and it's good to feel high sometimes, but at the same time, lows are just as valid. In fact, the contrast, like, if you go into your lowest low, it will bring your highest high even higher because you're fully present, orgasmic, there for the range. And for myself, like, I realized in this whole season of my life that I'd been avoiding a lot of lower emotions that hadn't surfaced. Like, I thought I dealt with them but I didn't, and that is just honestly the truth. And in embracing them and embracing all of this, like, this space that felt void, what came through for me was the message that in every gap, in every void, there is spirit. So whereas we feel like these gaps and spaces are so void and so big and we're just in these big voids all alone, it's like, no, like, you are in a room which looks empty to the physical eye. You're in a room, you're in a space, you're in a period of your life where, even though it looks kind of empty and void, this space that you're in is full of spirit. and spirit is holding this space for you to grow so that you fill that space up yourself. What came through was that in every gap there is spirit, and in spirit being in all of those spaces, it's a space of pure potentiality. So where you feel like you might be misaligned, in fact you'll find your true balance. Like sometimes trees grow slanted and then balance themselves out in the end, and I feel like we all approach life in a way where we feel like we have to just be like this like all the time, like, oh my gosh. And then if you go like that just a little bit because of the breeze or the environment or whatever, you feel like you've messed up, and it's not true. So yeah, take the rest that you want, take the time that you need, and create in your own way. Okay, so with that all being said, my next video should be up next week, but I won't make any promises. Will not be making any promises, but I do have a lot of intention and just a lot of things that I want to be posting onto the channel. But again, be patient with me, and that just is what it is. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you have a chill and beautiful evening or day wherever you're going. I'm sending absolutely love.